Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a brave noob world featuring Rocket and T-Cat here on Equilibrium. It's a fun map. I feel like the pros veto it, and I like when it shows up. So hey, top right it's going to be T-Cat. He is our red Protoss player, and top left is our blue Terran. It is Rocket from the Rocket Raccoon clan. So it's a TVP here for Brave Noob World, sent to Snipermonkey. Email address in the description with the subject of Brave Noob World. Just make sure it is Bronze or Silver League. That is the only qualification, and Snipermonkey will watch it and let me know if it is suitable for casting. And a Forge first here from T-Cat. All right, man. So we're going to open up cannon rushing, or are these going to be defensive cannons here in Brave Noob World? Maybe defensive cannons. Oh, it's an NG Bay block down here from Rocket, too. So both players having a great time with the early harass, early messing with their enemy. Gotta appreciate that. That's what we're here for. Barracks coming up from Rocket. He's got gas. Probably just going to be a Reaper, but at some point he might want a cannon. If this is a cannon rush, it has to be. There's nothing else this is going to be. I mean, proxy gates here would be interesting, I suppose. But at this level, probably more about cannon rushes than anything else. T-Cat's basically like, yeah, you think I want my second base? All I'm doing is cannon rushing this fool. He needs something. What? All in today, huh? Says Rocket. Lol. What does he know? What does he know? I think he just knows that there's not an attempt to get a second base up here. He knows that T-Cat hasn't come down at all to check it. I mean, does T-Cat even know that? T-Cat doesn't even know that's there. And T-Cat's like, yeah. So what's this? What's this? What's this throwing up two cannons inside your enemy's natural? Okay, you're going to get an SCV kill. That's a win. And then running your probe away and putting him down here? I am so confused by T-Cat right now, you guys. You have no idea. Are we going to get a Reaper? No, but a bunker's coming up on the high ground in case this is a cannon. But it's not a cannon rush. It's like a two-cannon contain. T-Cat figure this out yet? He still hasn't figured this out. He's checking for proxies. He still has literally no idea that there is an engineering bay blocking his natural base. Because again, I don't think he's planning on expanding today. But okay, he's ninja expanding now, down here. I figured that's what that probe was for. It took him forever to get to this position. So it's like, all right, neat. We ninja expanded down here. We're making Marauders with Concussive Shell as Rocket on the follow-up. Planetarying up his main. Love that. That's some good Brave Noob World stuff for sure. And hey, he did it. He found the engineering bay block. It is natural. What a hero he is. Oh, man. All right. Cybernetics Core coming in from T-Cat, making a Zealot. He's going to go hack away at the engineering bay, but T-Cat says, ha-ha. I already have a second base. Don't you know? But you don't know, Rocket, because you have not scouted down here. So we've got a Marine and a Marauder inside that bunker. Fun. Factory. Good. Fine. This is just... I don't know. I don't know what this is. I guess you kind of prevent your opponent from expanding here, just like the engineering bay block does. But it doesn't really threaten the Terran at all. I guess it kind of keeps him on one base and makes him... like forces him into factory tech to get rid of the cannon. He doesn't know how many cannons there are. Maybe he does. Is that a recall? I heard. Oh, he recalled a ton of okay, that was neat. He recalled a ton of probes from the main base to the ninja, so they didn't have to walk. That's pretty cool. And then he's going double Stargate down here. I just say I'm in love with this thing. I'm just 100% in love with this whole setup that we're looking at right now. I love that Rocket's getting high-sec auto tracking. Oh, did he cancel it? Ah, come on. Oh, no. He was getting high-sec auto tracking at the engineering bay, but then it died. So that's what canceled it. I do. Okay. I like the idea of oracles here. So the idea here perhaps would be you force your enemy to get siege tanks, and then you show up with oracles, and the tanks can't shoot up. Problem is, this bunker has two Marines in it. There's a turret here. There's a turret here. There's a turret here. This is a pretty hostile environment for oracles. I would have preferred Void Rays, honestly, in this situation. A little tankier than oracles are, and able to do more damage to missile turrets more quickly. And it is the Borderlands skin today. I love the cell shading. It looks so cool. All right, well, what are these oracles going to do? This oracle's name is Chris Jericho. Chris was a professional wrestler with an illustrious career spanning decades, but upon retirement, he just couldn't simply fade away and relax on a porch. Instead, decided he'd live again as someone famous, but this time in a more deadly and real way. Submitted by Basement? Something like that? Anyway, thanks for the oracle name there. Good stuff. See? Oracles are like, oh, there's turrets everywhere, huh? Oh, there's a Widow Mine protecting that tank. Oh, do you see the proposed changes for StarCraft 2? They're looking at making it even easier to see that a Widow Mine's going to fire on your stuff. It's a red line that comes out instead of a kind of a whitish, grayish line. We'll see if that makes it into the game or not. Hey, we're getting high-sec auto-tracking now. That's good. And yeah, man, this is Brave New World sometimes. Sometimes we're just kind of hanging out. No real major attacks have been mounted here. No real harassment has seriously been attempted. A Marine and an SEV have died. A cannon has gone down. It's been a pretty peaceful setup altogether here. So, Rocket, what's your plan here? It is making a second command center. That's good. Going double armory. And one factory. So you probably want more factories if you're going double armory, because that indicates you're going to go mech and you want those double upgrades you can get from the aforementioned armory. Cannon got one final kill before it exploded. How fantastic is that? Pretty neat stuff. Building armor too. So that's exciting. All right, got a fairly traditional, bit of a weird army, I guess. Stalker, Zealot, Double Oracle, and a Phoenix. And Rocket's like, I'm going to take my second base at 7 minutes. Thank you very much. TCAT taking a third base down this way. Order count is 43-24 in favor of the Protoss. This should be almost an insurmountable lead, but we are talking about Brave Noob World here. And what that means is that some things are turned upside down. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Goodness, I'm a little bit under the weather. Forgive me for that, but... All right. Robotics Bay. Forge. All things good and wonderful here. It's 45-16 army supply. I feel like you could probably win this game. Well, there's Void Rays too. This might just be kind of an A-move win sort of thing. 2 tanks can't kill all of this stuff. TCAP may be thinking the same thing here. It's a massive army lead. It's a massive worker lead. Air weapons coming in for the Void Rays, and I guess the Phoenix are affected by that as well. And yeah, TCAT third base, he's probing that up as well. He's just, maybe I can just expand everywhere and win this game. Rocket turtling, and like, I get it. Turtle Terran is a thing, but you're going to have a follow-up to Turtle Terran, right? Are you going mass battle cruiser turtling? Are we going mass cyclone? Mass cyclone would be pretty good here. Mass siege tank might be kind of bad. Yeah, I like that TCAT's sharking around, and he has no idea what this is. You need to scout. You really just have to at least run a Zealot in here or fly an Oracle in here, see what's going on. Has he taken this base yet? Because if he hasn't, that changes everything you're trying to do, you know? Dark Shrine coming in from DCAT. I guess went behind Dark Shrine, but also went ahead. Dark Shrine, I guess, is his thought about this. So I just keep waiting for some kind of indication from Rocket what we're going to get. In the past, he has really liked battle cruisers, but this is definitely not that. A little shiny thing on top of the factory. So shiny. Getting a third base is good. This is a tech lab starport, so we could be moving in towards battle cruisers here. TCAT just casually has like a 40 supply army lead, and he is too afraid to move out. He is too afraid to move in here and see what he can see. And like, yeah, you don't want to walk into like 27 siege tanks, but you need to know what's going on. I can't believe TCAT's expanding again without any idea. Like, okay, look. If you come in here and you see what your opponent is doing, and you're like, oh, no, I can handle this, then sure, take another base. But just doing this blind is problematic, sir. Third base here from Rocket's going to be incredible. TCAT, what is your APM, sir? An average of 46 today. Rockets is a blistering 51. Very good Brave New World stuff for sure. That third CC, we're working on Ravens. Oh, this is a little advanced for Brave New World. Getting some Ravens into the mix certainly switches things up. You can disable a Void Array, an Immortal, Colossus are really good targets for it. Not that TCAT has any of those. He's expanding again, guys. He's basically double expanding here. He's like, this Terran player does not want to move out at all. So I'll just let him hang out, I guess. Again, no idea what's going on over here. But it's Brave Noob World. This could be Rocket just building up a one base attack. And then one base in it. At 12 minutes. You don't know. Ooh, okay, Thor's coming in from Rocket. Okay, I didn't even think about Mass Thors being an option. Mostly because it's pretty horrendous against Protoss. What's good against Thors, you ask? Well, Immortals, Stalkers, Void Rays, Zealots. Everything here is good against Thors, and third base gets denied. All right. So he pokes up, sees their third base. There is. Great. Bye. That's all we wanted to do. We're just stop by to say hello. Welcome to the neighborhood. And then kill ya. Poke in. Poke in. You know what's really good at poking in? Stalkers. Stalkers are really good at poking in and then blinking out. Of course, they don't have blink, which helps with that proposition. But yeah, Rocket is kind of going Mass Thor Raven as his strategy here today, which I can't say I've ever seen before, but that's why we like Brave New World. So TCAT's getting a fleet beacon. Another robotics bay. He already has one. Got one here, and he's putting one here. It's like he's got backup tech structures in case one of these bases dies. Which I can't necessarily say that's a bad thing. That's actually a pretty popular Brood War strategy, in PvT especially, where a giant tank army shows up and wrecks your main base, but you already have a second main base that you've built up on the other side of the map, where all your tech structures are, and you have production facilities, and everything's fine. You can recover from it because you prepared for it. And I guess maybe TCAT... maybe thinking about that. I guess Rocket's just like, come on, attack into me. How about you attack into me? And the trick is, if you've got double the supply of the Terran player, you really should be able to A-move in here with this army and be fine. I'm not even sure if you need any Colossus. Colossus are great against light things, but guess what's not light? Siege tanks aren't light. Thors aren't light. Ravens fly, so they don't really count. TCAT's getting bored, so he's going to knock down some rocks, as you do. I mean, I like the upgrades here coming in from both players. Look at this. +1 infantry armor and attack, +1 vehicle, +1 air attack, and +1 vehicle and ship plating from Rocket. And then +2 ground attack, +2 shields, and 1/1 for his air units. TCAT really focusing on upgrades here. I got to tip my hat to that one. Flux Veins coming in, increasing the speed of the Void Rays overall. TCAT's expanding again. He's just like, look, if this guy just wants to sit here on 2 bases, by all means, we'll allow him to sit here on 2 bases. I'll just get up a ginormous bank. I'll get up a ton of production. I'll have a lot of variety, so depending on what I need, I can make it. I can go Void Rays, I can go Carriers, I can go Tempest, I can go Stalkers and Zealots and High Templar and Immortals and Colossus and Disruptors. And I don't know if we're going to see any Disruptors here because those are kind of a difficult unit to micro. At this level anyway. Oh, T-Cat. You going for it? Again, I want to point out, he doesn't know what this is. He doesn't know that this is Mass Thor. And he's not interested in checking to see if it's Mass Thor at all. He is very casually just being like, maybe he expanded over here. No? Huh. I like how the whole army must be used to scout out individual bases. Pro tip, you can use individual zealots, especially if they have the speed upgrade, which these ones do. Just run them around to each base every once in a while. Maybe leave a zealot at each base. That's pretty cheap at this stage. You got a 2,000 mineral bank, almost 3,000 minerals. And 1,400 gas in here. I don't see why not. 3-3 getting started for the mechy stuff from Rocket, and 3-3 across the board here from T-Cat. So upgrades aren't really going to play a big part in this. Yeah, seriously, like, just show up, a move in there, engage prismatic alignment, see what happens. And if all your stuff dies to Thor's, then make 1,000,000 zealots. Get in there and finish it off. Resonating glaives on the way. Tectonic destabilizers on the way. Just the sheer passivity here is incredible. Alright, guess we're going in here. So the Void Rays go in, and then, there it is. There's the Mass Thor. We don't have nearly enough Immortals to handle this. You need more Immortals. You need a ton of Zealots, too. Look at those auto turrets chasing back. Gotta love it, man. Third base for Rocket survives. See, this is it. This is exactly the situation you prepared for. You're making Colossus. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're making Colossus against this? Okay, Colossus bonus damage versus light. Garbage against armored stuff. Guess what's armored? Thors are so armored. Ooh, nice little getting rid of the Ravens is good. Prismatic alignment. I don't think we're getting prismatic alignment, but man, that single target attack formation on those Thors is doing terrible damage to those Void Rays anyway. Yeah, what you want here are Immortals. I like the idea of DTs, especially if you just killed those Ravens. So that's good thinking on your feet for sure. Not going to say no to that one. But T-Cat's up 78 to 30. I think he is... I don't know. Rocket offensive GG's here at 17 minutes. That's exciting stuff. Oh, he moved commands his army past the... pathing sometimes. Pathing sometimes is really problematic. He's trying to throw up more Void Rays, but seriously, Immortals trade out insanely well against Thors. And Zealots. So many Zealots. He's like, alright, I guess we base race. T-Cat says, I have a lot more stuff than you do. Look at this Colossus being useful, killing the Marines. There we go. That's the spirit. Also, engaging prismatic alignment is insanely good. And then he cliff walks up. When's the last time we saw a cliff walk? Rockets just tearing through bases with minimal to no resistance whatsoever. Watch, this guy's gonna... Yeah. That... Ooh, okay, Void Ray popped. I thought it was gonna die. It didn't. And it does. Prismatic alignment? Maybe? No? Okay, I don't know that T-Cat knows what prismatic alignment is. Where are the DTs? The DTs are going to be really good because I don't think there are any orbitals here from Rocket. His ability to call down scans is nothing. DTs are somewhere. They're in different places. Okay. DTs are going to be really freaking good. Here we go. Here we go. DTs. I mean, there's not enough of anything else here to win, but DTs are going to win big time. What? Is there a Raven in here? Oh, there was one Raven in here. Never mind. He was camouflaged in amongst the Thors. Dude, that one Raven MVP. So we're base racing, I guess. Oh, ow. Flying over Widow Mines. Oh, the armories are gone. So that's not a perma-cloaked setup anymore on that Widow Mine. Okay, this turret is going to get kills. Prismatic alignment, please. Sometimes you don't even really need it. Another round of Zealots, rather. Against the Thors. God, these turrets are just eating. Ow! Somebody Void Rays have died. 15 Void Rays have died in this game. TCAT just doesn't know. It's a weird strat, says Rocket. It is. It really is a weird strat. Does Rocket know about this?
Your base, you know.
Maybe. Maybe he does. Wait. Where's the Raven? There's a DT in here doing stuff. When did the Raven die? Okay, hold up. What on earth killed the Raven? We must find out. Raven. Raven flew into these cannons. Okay. Raven flew into the cannons. Now the only detection available for Rocket here is going to be turrets, which is going to help defensively. Oh, I thought the Raven was still in this group when they came up this way. Nope. Not at all. So TCAT doesn't have much income. Oh, he's got some stuff over here. Send these probes over here. You need more of it. And where are they? Was he warping some DTs? Where do those guys come from? Get him. Get him, Dan. Get him, Dan. I take so many swings with my mighty blade to kill these titanic weapons of Terran engineering. But it's working. Dude, is Rocket gonna lose this thing because of detection? Look at this guy go. He's got 7 kills, and I think every one of them is a Thor. Okay, that one was a Marine. You just messed up your stats, dude. I love this. Get him. Get him. Chase them down. Murder them. What's the answer to this? Turrets. More turrets. Look at these Colossus fighting. Ah, more DTs show up. Dang DT, says Rocket. Yes, the DT putting in that work. If you're not making DTs in your games, what are you doing with your life, StarCraft players? Ooh, Rocket's expanding down here, though. TCAT doesn't know. This is crazy. This base is extremely vulnerable right now. If TCAT just moves over and checks it, he's checking stuff. I appreciate that. He needs to check the most likely place for Rocket to expand besides this one, because you're already covering it. These Void Rays need to be killing these supply depots to supply block Rocket, because he's not supply block right now. Good. Good check here. Good check here. Good check here. Void Rays. Again, I think someone needs to send an email to TCAT and teach him what prismatic alignment does. It's an ability you activate on the Void Ray to give it like +6 damage to armored units. And buildings are all armored. Thors are armored. Tanks are armored. Missile turrets are buildings, therefore they are armored. You know the drill here. He's just not using it. It's the little thin baby line of the basic attack of the Void Ray. Any of you guys remember back in the day, Wings of Liberty style Void Ray was new? The longer the Void Ray was attacking something, the stronger the attack was until it got to max power. Interesting idea. Gotta say, they got rid of it relatively quickly, I would say. Oh my gosh, check
They're
this.
attacking your base, you know.
I don't know. I don't know what voice pack that is. I do not recognize it. But 16 kills and 10 kills on these Void Rays is good. Hey, there we go. He found it. But it's been planetary missile turreted up at this point. Crap. How do we shut that down? DTs aren't going to be the answer, that's for sure. Nope, Samwise is back. What's up, Samwise DDA? I had to rewind. It's one of the longest running, most persistent bugs in all of StarCraft, but it only relates to replays, and so nobody cares. Like, nobody cares about the people casting from replay. We are not an important demographic to Activision Blizzard. I guess it's Microsoft Activision Blizzard now. Suppose that's what it is. There's just no way Rocket wins this, right? Right? He's down 71 to 25 total army supply. TCAT's taking as natural for the first time in 23 minutes. He's also taken his own third base and this gold for fun times. Does he have idle probes still? Oh, he did, but he's moving them. Love it. Love that he's moving them. So 16 out of 15 out of 11. Fully saturating this gas would be good. Oversaturating the minerals is not good. Fleet beacon on the way. Ooh, I like the idea of tempests to ruin this. He did lose. Yeah, he lost his previous fleet beacon. I guess it might have been in the main base. It might have been one of these bases that died. But he's like, okay, the easiest way to handle this is tempest. They outrange everything. I've got tectonic destabilizers, so I do bonus damage versus buildings, which is rad. Come on. You have the supply. You're making more void rays. Tempest. Tempest are the answer. TCAT's been doing a lot of stuff today that I have many, many questions about. Just kind of waiting for TCAT to figure out what he wants to do, because he knows what's happening. That's great. Mortals are a great answer, too, to this thing. Mortals crush planetaries. Void rays, prismatic alignment, prismatic alignment, prismatic alignment. Oh! Oh! He did prismatic alignment! Holy crap! Try to repair through that, filthy casual. Then a bunch of Marines show up, and all the Void Rays are in an immense amount of trouble. What's good against these Marines, though? The Colossus are. TCAT has been preparing for this moment. DT blinks on the way from TCAT, too. Big fan of that one. Oh, Marines moving out. They get. Oh gosh, Marines no. Marines no. No. Okay, so all the Marines die. Army value is now 17 for Rocket, and Rocket GG's out. TCAT had answers to everything he wanted to do, and TCAT's your winner. DTs, man. Absolutely. The DTs. They won this. If Rocket's Thors had just been able to kind of crush all this and keep wandering around and killing stuff, I don't think TCAT would have figured out how to stop Mass Thor. He still thinks Void Rays are the answer. He's still making Colossus. He's got one Immortal. What you need here are just like 1,000,000 charge lots and like 20 Immortals against Mass Thor. There's a reason we don't see Mass Thor against Protoss in professional games, and that's the reason. There are way too many counters to it. So, GG. Absolutely, disgustingly, wonderfully fantastic, fun, weird game there for our brave Noob world. Thanks for sending it in, Rocket. And as always, props for sending in a loss sometimes. I do appreciate it. Keeping the audience on their toes is something I value. Yeah, man. That DT saved the day. That DT completely saved this game. Detection is tough. Flying your Ravens into cannons is extra tough. And not having any orbitals to do scans is extra tough. All these things combined to give us a loss here today. 31,000 resources lost from TCAT to 19,000 by Rocket. But TCAT had a lot more stuff. I mean, the sheer number of bases he acquired today compared to what we saw from Rocket definitely should have won. Like, just absolutely, unquestionably should have won. It's Brave New World, though. Just because somebody's on 10 bases and somebody's on 2 bases does not mean the 10 basing player is going to win every time. Like it is in, like, professional level stuff, yeah? I don't know. If you play Serral versus Maru, and Maru's on 10 bases, and Serral's on 2, it's probably going to be a win. For the 10 baser, right? Right. But not here. Not here in the Brave New World space, and that's fun. All right, good. So that is going to be it for me today. This is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and Brave New World. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption.